On that same day, when evening had come, Jesus said to them, "Let's go across to the other side of the lake." So they left the crowd and took him along in the boat that he had been sitting in, and other boats set out with him. Then a storm gathered, and it began to blow a gale. The waves spilled over into the boat, and soon it was filled with water. Jesus was in the stern, sleeping on a cushion. They woke him up and said, "Master, don't you care if we drown?" And rising up, Jesus rebuked the wind and ordered the sea, "Quiet now, be still." The wind dropped, and there was great calm. Then Jesus said to them, "Why are you so frightened? Do you still have no faith?" They were terrified, and they said to one another, "Who can this be? Even the wind and the sea obey him." In the evening, after a day of intense work, Jesus got into a boat and told the apostles to go to the other side. Exhausted, he fell asleep in the stern. As we heard, in the meantime, a great storm arose, and it threatened to destroy the boat and end the lives of the apostles. Frightened, they woke Jesus up, saying to him, "Don't you care if we're going to perish?" Very simply, after rising, Jesus ordered the sea to be calm. "Peace, be still." The wind ceased, and there was great calm. Then he said to them, "Why are you afraid? Have you still no faith?" The crossing of the Sea of Galilee indicates the voyage of life. The sea is my friends, my family, my community, my heart itself. In small seas, as we know, great and unforeseen storms can be unleashed. Who has not known some of these storms? When all is darkened and the little boat of our life begins to fill with water on all sides, while God seems to be absent or asleep. An alarming diagnosis from the doctor, and all of a sudden we are at the heights of the storm. What can we do? What can we hold fast to? And on what side must we lower the anchor? Jesus does not give us the magic recipe to escape all storms that we encounter. He has not promised us that we will live and avoid all difficulties. He has promised us, however, the strength to get through the challenges of our life when we take them to him and ask for his help. Trust in God. This is the message of this powerful gospel that I've just read to you. On that day, what saved the disciples from shipwreck was the fact of taking Jesus in the boat before beginning the crossing. This is also for us the best guarantee against all the storms that we face in our lives, to take Jesus with us. This means to take Jesus in the boat of our lives and in our family of faith through prayer and observance of the commandments. When a storm is unleashed in the sea, at least in the past, seamen used to pour oil on the waves to calm them. On the waves of fear and anxiety, you and I must pour trust in God. St. Peter, our first pope, told the early Christians to trust in God as they faced persecutions. He said to them, Cast all your anxieties on him, for he cares about you, said St. Peter. The lack of faith of the disciples that Jesus gently reproached them for on the boat that day was out of care and concern for them. It was out of the fact that they doubted that he was concerned about their lives and safety. Do you not care if we perish? They said. God takes care of us. He is concerned about our lives. A frequently used story speaks of a man who had a dream. He saw 2 pairs of footprints that had been imprinted in the desert sand, and understood that one pair of footprints was his and the other pair was that of Jesus, who was walking by his side. At a certain moment, one pair of footprints disappears, and he understood that this happened exactly at a difficult moment in his life. This is a difficult moment for all of us. It's a difficult moment in the life of the church. It's a difficult moment in the life of our community. It's a difficult moment in the life of the world. But we have faith. We trust in God. We trust that Jesus walks alongside us. Thank you.